First Coast's most accurate forecast from the First Coast News Weather Team, certified by Weather Rate, sponsored by AC Designs.
We are back, Lew.
We are back. We're so back.
Oh, what
just
a
like
beautiful
Backstreet.
day. All right.
All right. Yep, it is a beautiful day. It's been great outside. I even I told you earlier I was feeling a little crummy.
Yeah.
And it was
Why?
just because I've been inside for so long.
Oh, you had to get.
And so I went outside and I got a little sun. I took
Yeah.
a walk, kind of the walkabout, and I came back in feeling like $1 million.
Well, see, when you first walked back in, though, you said, "Wow, I just feel so much better."
Yes, I did.
And meteorologist Robert Spetta and myself were both kind of looking at each other like, "What exactly is Lew talking about?" That
Yeah,
he went away for a little bit, and then he came back feeling a whole lot better. Evidently, it was for the walk outside. Understandable.
I wasn't
sure if
saying
that's-
this. You both are scumbags.
Hey, I gotta do what you gotta do. I know how the coffee.
You
How the coffee.
no,
treats
don't do
people
that to me
sometimes.
anymore, man.
Okay.
This gut is like a just a cinder block porch.
Just like those abs, that
Yeah,
six pack.
Yeah, right. The dad six pack, the big old one pack. Just both of you are disgusting. But I did get in some sun and felt like $1 million came back. So maybe that's what, those basic questions you got to ask yourself. You're just kind of feeling run down. It's like, well, have you had some water today? If the answer is no, maybe drink some water. Have you been out in the sun today? The answer is no. Go get out in the sun.
Both of which will make a positive difference for
It
you.
will. Have you eaten something good, eaten something healthy? The answer is no. Well, have something healthy. Have you talked to a friend today?
I
And
have
now
now.
I have.
Yes.
And now we get to do that. Now I get to feel even better because I'm talking to a dear friend about the weather. And we do have
Yes.
some great conditions on the way. In fact, some of the coldest temperatures, and I'm going to say cold, which is operative word there, coming up by the time we're waking up tomorrow, that the coldest we've seen since April.
Yeah, mid-April. I think it was 18th or 19th of April. That doesn't really matter. But yeah, I mean, it's been 6 months.
Oh, no, it does matter. And you know why it does? This is important. Do you know why it matters? Because April 19th would be my birthday.
Oh.
Thank you.
Wow.
And so it doesn't matter. No, it does.
Wait, so we just passed your half birthday?
We did October 19th.
Oh, we should have celebrated.
42 and a half. We should have done something.
Yeah.
You should have done something. But
yeah.
you didn't.
Now I really do feel like a scumbag because I completely forgot. I did not do anything.
The old Chief's half birthday. Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
Well, actually, I did bring you back a little present.
You did.
From Juniata County.
That was nice.
Repping hometown. So.
I'll count that. Currents out there, though, out at the beach, a little more mild inland. We got those low 80s. It's just, it's the rest of your night, going out and about, date night, any sports practices for the kids. Maybe just the lightest of layers as the sun goes down, but it's really by the morning that we got to think about the temperatures.
Yeah, very, very early morning tomorrow. We're going to be flirting with the 40s.
Flirting, casual.
Yeah,
Casual
we're
flirting.
keeping it casual.
The river and the beach, you're not going to be quite as cool, right? So our beach communities, we haven't gotten that deep into the late fall, winter time where you're waking up with cold temperatures too. It's just not going to happen for you yet. So 50s, not bad, upper 50s, near 60, but really we're talking at the beaches, upper 50s, low 60s. So you'll probably be wondering what exactly we're talking about. You still got the influence of a relatively warmer ocean.
Yeah.
Same with the river, NAS, Jacks, Palatka. Notice you're in those upper 50s. But out of the airport, all right, so we're calling for 50. I bet you get, 7-8 miles west of the airport, a little bit further away from the interstate, west side of Duval. You're certainly going to have folks running into the station who live on the west side saying, hey, it was 45 at my house.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So
or even in Callahan and inland Nassau County.
Absolutely. And certainly Waycross, you're going to be in those 40s. And that is officially for me, jackets needed weather.
Yeah.
Need it in the 40s, especially sending those kids off to the bus stop in the morning, or maybe they're walkers, bikers. Just be prepared. Make sure they're ready to go. Make sure you have taken a Sharpie, put their name in the tag on the jacket. It's theirs. They don't lose it, because it's going to be one of those days by the time you're in the afternoon, we've warmed up a bit, might not want that jacket on if you're running around and doing recess and stuff like that, and you don't want them to lose it. So keep that in mind.
There is another positive part of it being a little bit cooler and needing those jackets, Lew. And it's because jackets and sweatshirts can almost be like an accessory when it comes to your style.
Sure it can.
To your outfit.
Sure it can.
You can only, especially for boys or for men.
Okay.
Shorts and T-shirts, can't do a whole lot with that. There's not a whole lot of variety.
Yep.
But then when you start being able to wear long sleeves and sweatshirts and jackets, you're rocking, a certain tee with the flannel, with the, the zipper hoodie.
Layers.
Yeah. It brings a little bit of an extra swag to you out there on the playground.
You're multi-dimensional, right? Yeah, nothing wrong with a quarter zip and, a little something under, stylish underneath. So let's go. All right. And now what that's going to do, Ross, is put a lot of extra stress on the parents who have to dress these children.
Hey,
speaking from experience, like, you got a son who can only pick out a t-shirt and shorts. That's his skill set. That's his wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Just t-shirt and shorts. That's
it.
98% of my son's wardrobe. You know what I mean? So I say, hey, son, you might want to go maybe throw in a little pair of jeans. Maybe put on some of your nice jeans. Dad, come on.
He hates jeans.
Just not used to it.
Yeah.
It's like
it is tough that when you first have to put the jeans on. Like,
he needs to throw on the jeans. They look good.
You feel kind of restricted.
Yeah, and you're riding that bike, but no, he won't. But he might be one of those hardheads who insists, like, because you are going to get the Florida hardos that even now this isn't quite hardo cool yet, but when we get that first frost and our first freeze. Come, January, February, and we're dipping. They still got the Florida hardos who wear the shorts and the flip-flops, and they're going to do it no matter what.
I still do that in the winter when I'm walking my dog.
Well, yeah, because you are from the hardened northern tier of this great country of ours where your January and February was defined by 10 degrees.
This is very true. Now, let me ask you with regard to that, because growing up, after Halloween was the last day we could wear shorts in school, and April 1st was the first day we could wear shorts again. So November, December, January, February, and March, if you showed up to school in shorts, you had to change.
Oh, this is by rule?
This was by rule.
Like a dress code?
Yes, it was a dress code.
For your safety?
Yes.
For your okay.
Yes, so you were not allowed to wear shorts in school from November to March. Was that a thing in South Carolina?
I went to a school that had a pretty firm dress code anyway.
Okay.
But it wasn't because of temper.
What, you a little private school boy over there?
Small school. Small country school.
Okay.
And
no judgment.
Right.
No judgment.
We had to wear khaki pants and a
okay.
A
so
shirt. Anyway,
you had a whole like school uniform.
Yeah. There was only jeans on Wednesday. We were allowed jeans on Wednesday. That was it. But there was no, in the summer months you had to. But I guess if it was warm enough, you were allowed to wear a nice pair of khaki shorts. But it was nothing stylish about it. It was
okay.
Yeah. It was
always interesting.
Yeah. Let's talk about our rain chances. They are very negligible. In fact, we don't have rain. We don't have anything until really we get to the weekend, and we'll talk about that coming up here in a minute. Kind of the dynamics of our late Sunday, really into Monday, and perhaps Tuesday that we gotta think about a little more careful. We've got I know we'll probably have the graphic to support this, but looking ahead to the weekend, of course, we've got the Sea and Sky show out at Jack's Beach. So far, we're hearing the Blue Angels will be there. I've heard nothing otherwise, so that's something exciting to think about. And if both days should be just fine, really. I mean, Sunday is the one where we have the rain icon on the weekend. We're looking at maybe later in the day we could see some showers trying to get in. And so if you're sitting at home, it's like I can only go to one day of the Sea and Sky. We can't make it to both. We can pick one. I'd go Saturday just so you're not risking it. It's still going to be breezy though.
Yeah, gusts out at the beach, probably 25 to 30 both days. I always wonder kind of how that impacts the performers out there. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure how much of a threshold they have. Like
right.
Gusts over 40 or 45, do they shut it down then? I don't know.
Yeah, and they're flying, couple thousand feet. A lot of them are like lower. I mean, they'll get down.
Yeah, they get pretty low.
But when you're talking the Blue Angels, I think
they should be okay.
They can handle it.
Yeah.
Few in the proud. No, that's Marine Corps.
Wow.
Marine Corps. Sorry.
Wow. Yeah. We're not going to go down there.
Go
and
Navy.
Insult some people
Just
here.
go Navy. Yeah. Listen.
Yeah.
Go Navy. Right. I got my Navy mug. You know how this is. But here, this is the setup, right? So this is why we're thinking maybe Sunday some leading edge of showers move in. Then by Monday, looks like at least. With this particular model, which that's the Euro.
Yeah.
So that's the European model Ross has geared up there. GFS not quite as bullish on the rainfall. So we are still kind of waiting and watching things. As you know, things change when it comes to 4, 5, 6 days out. So we got to watch that carefully. Might be calling for a weather impact alert for Monday, but we just need to see a little bit more. Need to get a little bit higher confidence because potential impacts when you're looking at rainfall totals. but more than anything, timing of the rainfall. So if it's going to be something that we're looking at that's going to impact your morning commute, evening commute, or perhaps both, then now our impacts are climbing. If it's going to impact, sports practices Monday afternoon, so those are things we got to think about and get a little more confidence in the timing and the coverage.
Yeah, and I think at the most right now we're thinking primarily scattered showers. But like you said, we'll adjust it if a weather impact alert is needed for Monday there.
We'll let you know by tomorrow or Friday. How about that?
You want to take a quick break here?
It's time, isn't it? It's 4:40. We got to do that. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back.
Welcome back in. We got a Wednesday special here for you because I'm not going to be here the next 2 days.
Right.
You're hopefully not going to be riding solo.
Ross is off gallivanting.
I am.
It's going to be just off gallivanting.
We're calling it a little fall trip.
He's earned it. It's good. You get a little day, enjoy the heck out of yourself, see some fall weather.
Yeah.
And speaking of fall weather, we got some football games here where it's going to feel like we're going to have some true fall vibes, right? We're in it. Because
you're talking about matchups, you mean?
Well, I'm talking,
or the weather at the game.
Weather at these games.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't speak for Oklahoma, but I don't know what they're looking. I know Columbia.
Yeah, Columbia's supposed to be super nice, like low 70s,
really
low to
nice.
mid 70s.
Yeah, they're going to be great.
Same for Nashville. I think their highs right around 70, upper 60s.
I love Nashville this time of year. That'll be great. I can't speak for Baton Rouge. Obviously, night game, and probably dropping. Fairly.
I think 60s for that game.
And then what we expecting in Norman?
I think they're in like the 80s, low 80s maybe.
That noon kick. So this is the first time this happened. So we're picking these because Ross is going to be gone, and we are going to talk Tropics after we make our picks because Ross is absolutely kicking my butt. When
5 games up right now.
Yeah, 5 games up. So the only way I can really truly make a comeback is if we differentiate. Now I will say I picked 3 of the 4 of these games with my head, so I truly do think that the games I picked will be winners, and I didn't just do it just because. I do think Oklahoma beats Ole Miss. I think Ole Miss kind of exposed a little bit. I think
possible.
Oklahoma is a very good football team with a good defense and a good quarterback.
And I love John Mateer, OU's quarterback.
So yes, and it's in Oklahoma. I think Sooners get it. And Ross obviously going with the Ole Miss running Rebs. Now this one is the one where I at first
stupid pick.
Well, tell him what I did first.
He at first picked Bama.
I did
for the Crimson Tide against the Gamecocks, and then he walked maybe 5 steps away, turned around, and just said, "Screw it, give me South Carolina."
I have to. What am I doing? What kind of if you can't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And what's going to end up happening is I'm going to fall for it again, and Gamecocks will get boat raced by Bama, a total belt to A situation.
Woof.
But there's going to be that one. I just know that South Carolina sneaks up on one. They almost did it to Bama last year, but Alabama's a good football team. Anyhow, that's the one that I went with the heart, not the head. This one, I think Mizzou sneaks up.
And this is where game day's at this week.
Yeah, they're going to Nashville.
Yeah, in Nashville. I think it'll be a close game, but I think Vanderbilt's actually for real. Diego Pavia, Clark Lee, their coach there at Vanderbilt, I think they got something good.
They do.
They beat LSU last week.
Yes.
I think they've only got one loss.
Bama.
Yeah. So.
And
I think Missouri's good. Eli Drinkowitz.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Their coach, Drinkowitz, he's not going to let them think that they're playing Vanderbilt, like the old Vanderbilt. Like, he's going to have those guys coached up. He's going to come with a scheme to somehow deal with that quarterback at Vandy. And I just have a vibe about Missouri.
I think the issue there is they're playing in Nashville. Game day's there. There's going to be a lot of hype. I just don't know if that's going to bode well for Missouri. I don't know. Place is going to be sold out.
Ross,
I know it's not a premier SEC stadium or anything.
Yeah, half of it's under construction. I know so is Missouri's. But no, it's one of those things. Half the stadium will be Missouri fans, at least.
You think?
Yeah, everybody, like every SEC school goes to Vandy, and it's because and it's nothing against Vandy.
Because it's just a great place to go.
They're a great football team. This is nothing against them. It's a wonderful place to travel. Like, people circle which away game should we go to? We want to go to Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
Want to go see that. Want to see what it's all about. It's a beautiful place. Campus is awesome. Vanderbilt's a wonderful place, but student body's small. It's not an iconic national brand where you say you pull in. I mean, people generally in Nashville are Tennessee fans. You know what I mean? They're road tripping to Knoxville. I mean, or Nashville is such an international.
Well, Vanderbilt's known for their academics,
right? And so anyway, I just don't think it's necessarily going to be the most imposing of home rowdy environments.
Okay,
that's my thought.
What about down in Death Valley?
Now that is
for the Bayou Tigers.
Quite the opposite, and that's also got me scratching my head I was thinking about this. I just think LSU might have a coaching issue. You think
Brian Kelly's on the hot seat?
I think Brian Kelly might that loss to Vanderbilt might have him in a little bit of just people are talking.
You think he might get sent up to Old Happy Valley?
If you end up out, you think so? Is that a possibility?
God, I hope not.
Yeah. Well, see, what he just said there kind of, I think, tells me a little bit about LSU's coaching issue. So I think A&M's a little bit better coached.
True. Yeah, I would agree. Mike Elko.
Mike Elko is a very good coach. I think they're the number 3 team in the nation for a reason. Upsets happen, but I'm going to go A&M.
Key here is we both have the potential to go 4-0 or 0-4. So big changes could be
a lot can happen. A lot of potential. All right, so let's talk tropics. While a lot of you maybe have been sticking around with Tropical Storm Melissa, still a tropical storm, still at 50-mile-an-hour winds, and movement at 2 miles an hour. If you can call it movement, it's not.
And these are the latest 5 p.m. numbers, so these just came out.
Yep. Still, it's been doing these numbers. At least the pressure has been pretty steady. The winds have been steady. The movement's been the same. So not much has changed, and they're flying this constantly. So it's not like we're dealing. Now this is new, and we've seen indications that this would become a major hurricane, and some hints at some modeling even suggesting becoming as strong as a 5. Depending on track and depending on now the NHC kind of consensus. What they're doing here is taking a lot of the models, taking sort of consensus, and that more southern kind of spend more time in the Caribbean, absolutely conducive to getting strong fast. Fast is a relative term. Getting strong within its lifespan in the Caribbean, but this cone or circle really takes its forecast all the way out to Monday. So it is truly a slow burn, kind of waiting on it to get to that northern point, hit that brick wall, make that northern turn, and you got to think Jamaica, Cuba, Haiti, the Bahamas. it's action time. Like
Very much so.
Because this will be life-threatening rainfall, life-threatening winds, water and wind are going to be a major issue.
You got hurricane watch there for southwestern Haiti. You got the tropical storm watch for Jamaica. Perhaps half a foot to a full foot of rain in some of those higher elevations there in the higher altitudes in the mountains, especially on Hispaniola. So, not only storm surge for some of those places and the wind threat, but also the freshwater flooding as well.
Yep.
Lew, let's take a quick break. We'll come back here. We'll kind of break down Melissa a little bit further. Welcome back in, folks. We just got the latest numbers for Tropical Storm Melissa as of 5 p.m. from the National Hurricane Center. Lew, what is perhaps maybe the most jarring thing or perhaps change, not just from 2 p.m., but really maybe from this time yesterday? What has been the trend and the pattern here?
The intensity and the timing, right? I think those two things. Obviously, you're a kind of a novice and you're watching this and you're like, that's a weird cone, and it is. That kind of grabs your eye. That's a little jarring just if you're the first time you're looking at it. But it boils down to the timing and potential track. But like this thing, a lot of the original modeling had this getting caught up in a trough that's currently kind of dipping into the Bahamas. But you can see kind of those clouds that are going southwest to northeast up, kind of that cloud shield over like Cuba, for instance, that's just now cleared the Straits of Florida. But it's not going to get caught in this trough. Right, so or at least that's what modeling would suggest.
When there's a lot less spaghetti plots that show it getting picked up by that first trough.
Correct.
That would take it over Hispaniola. Not nearly as many there. Most of them much further west now.
Taking it a lot further west and then getting caught in the next system that's going to come across the country. So the timing is what's most jarring to me. Because we had seen modeling that had this thing clearing and being out to sea by Monday. And now it's looking like it may just be Monday before it's a Category 4 hurricane, and Jamaica's still waiting, or Cuba.
And it hasn't even started to make that turn to the northeast.
Yeah, and one of the things like, a lot of times with modeling or looking at forecasting, oh my God, it's ticked a little further west. It's ticked a little further west. That means it could be greater impacts for us. Confidence is extremely high unless something astronomical were to change in our atmosphere, right?
I think just based off of what we're seeing right now, South Florida could have some rough coastal conditions.
Sure.
And, rough surf from the Florida Keys to Miami.
Yep.
But I think that's pretty much it.
Yes.
Based off of what we're currently seeing, and especially here in Northeast Florida, Southeast Georgia, not looking to be that much of a concern.
Correct. Yeah, and the reason we're confident in that, not just because we're looking at spaghetti models, it's because we're looking at things that are shaping up over California right now, and we're looking at troughs that are going to be coming across our country that maybe even be in the Pacific, and those eventually do cross the middle of our country, make their way to the southeast, and get caught up in what is a very powerful jet right now and pretty far south. And that's ultimately going to be the kind of deciding factor when it finally does kind of make the move north and get caught up in that jet.
And I think the National Hurricane Center is buying a little bit more so into the European model.
Yep.
In contrast to the GFS. GFS takes it off to the northeast rather quickly. European, you saw there, kind of kept it in the Western Caribbean through Monday and Tuesday before it finally got picked up